Good morning, thriving warriors. Okay, Google, what is the date?
It's Monday, March 6th, 2023.
Great. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 6:01 a.m.
Great. And finally, okay, Google, what is the weather?
It's 40 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a high 55 and a low of 34.
Okay, 21-degree temperature swing. All righty. So here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple. It's to help you on your journey from point A to point B. And it is a journey. Your life is like a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. Like all journeys, there are highs, there are lows. There's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, frustration, ennui, boredom. Sometimes you hit the doldrums. Sometimes the wind is too fast. The course is too fast. You don't think you can keep up. That's what life is. And our goal is simple, just to help you along that journey. We do it through a series of breadcrumbs. This is the first breadcrumb, but down below in the description are 16 other breadcrumbs that are actually the more important ones. This is just kind of like the overview, the thing to get you interested in doing it. So down below, we have a link to our online course. Good morning, Diana. Our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. We have a link to today's motivational video, which was especially good, short, only less than 7 minutes long. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We have a link to a Jordan Peterson short little video, Inc. magazine, great article, advice Richard Branson would have given his 10-year-old self. We have links to Daily Stoic, links to Baraka Church, Jack Rowland, Seth Godin's daily blog post. We have a description of the things that we provide, provide our members, housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, and what? Career planning. So all of that down in the link below and the Seth Godin's blog. Very important. And today is another important one. So let's get ready to rumble. Strap on our virtual seatbelt. Pull it tight, snug, keep it snug. First step, coffee. We went on a hike yesterday from China Ranch to the post office in Tacoma, but we met the group of people coming from the post office in Tacoma. So we did that, and then we returned that way because the cars were over here. Anyway, so that's why that straw thing was down there. But coffee with MCT oil. It's hot. Pen to write, paper. Why? Because under the mental part of our program, the mental leg of our program, it's about learning, remembering, and communicating. If you don't write it down, you're not going to remember it. That's just how our brains work. Okay, so let's see. That's that. Now, next breadcrumb, our theme of the day. Our theme of the day. You want to get from point A to point B. Do something extraordinary. If you want to be extraordinary, do something extraordinary. If you want to be extraordinary, you have to do extraordinary. It's interesting. Looks like the lights are off outside. Okay, I have to check that out. Be extraordinary, do extraordinary. Okay, next, the affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful now that What? I'm so happy and grateful now that what? So ask yourself the question, what am I so happy and grateful now that? And just wait for an answer. I always say that I'm alive and get to experience, I underline that, another day. So by experience, I mean aggressively, actively, not passively, not sit here as life goes around me, but to have the opportunity to be extraordinary. So, not sure where Charlene is. Charlene, are you out there? Don't see her on our share thing, but nevertheless, okay, so that's 2 breadcrumbs down. Next, some memes from today's talk. Ask yourself the question, would I invest in myself? So today talks a little bit about that. Would you invest in yourself? If you were a company, would you invest in yourself? And then you need to answer the question, whether the answer is yes or no. You need to answer the question, why? Why or why not? Why wouldn't I invest in myself, or why would I invest in myself? Okay, next, very important, this has to do with our journey. The same wind blows on us all. Why do some people get ahead and other people don't? And so under this metaphor, it's because of the set of the sails. So imagine you're on a boat, the wind is blowing. It's the same wind blows on all the boats. Some boats move further ahead than others. It's the set of the sail. So you can take it to the extreme and say, well, I didn't put my sail up because I was afraid of going backwards. You can say that. You could say, I had my sail very trim and I set my rudder such that I took advantage of my sail plus the wind. Or, I just put my sail up and I let the wind do the rest. So the same wind blows on us all. The reason some people get further ahead is because of the trim of the sail. We can't control the wind, but we control the sail. All righty, next, Ted, Sebastian's song. So this is day 1, week 2. Inside my skull-sized kingdom. How does it work? Well, I start with the idea that everything revolves around me. If somebody says, go to the store, how do you go to the store? Well, you first of all start with the assumption that it's from where I am now, not from somewhere else. So Sebastian's song breaks down how neurons work, what neurons are, how they work, what they look like, and what his lab has been doing for the last 10 years to map the connections of the neurons in the brain. Quite fascinating, really quite fascinating. And we owe Sebastian another email, just to update him on what we're doing. Okay, Seth Godin. So we're at 8:55. Seth Godin, Seth's blog. I don't know, particularly when it comes to the future and perhaps about the past. More often than not, we find ourselves in situations where we don't know, where we can't know. That's a given. The open question is how often we claim that stance. If it feels uncomfortable or awkward to acknowledge that we don't know, we're pretty certain to lose trust, waste confidence, and find ourselves in a jam now and then. If it feels uncomfortable or awkward to acknowledge that we don't know, we're pretty certain to lose trust. Not knowing is going to happen. Acknowledging it is a sign of confidence and awareness. Okay? Basically saying, I don't know what I don't know. Finding leaders who have this skill is worth the effort. So there are known unknowns and there are unknown unknowns. And there are known knowns. So there are known knowns, known unknowns, unknown knowns, and unknown unknowns. What? Right. Okay. Seth, good. Another one. All right. Imagine your life as a table. You are the craftsman to build the table and put the things on the table. That's what we are condemned to do, to build this table. And our life's accomplishments are put on the table. The table needs to have a strong foundation and to be as large as we can possibly make it, continually adding to the table and adding to the things on the table. So here we help people with 4 legs of the table: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Those are the 4 legs of the table. And any leg is weak, can't bear the load, it will falter, the things on the table will fall off. We'll then have to either pick them up or replace them. Build solid foundation for your table. Table that's able to bear the weight. Okay, table, apex. All right, seal, Navy SEAL. Good, Diana. Excellent. Oh, Charlene is here. Good morning, Charlene. Now we can start. I mean that sincerely. I hope all is well. Charlene's getting ready for a drive down the hill with Sayer, who spent the day with us yesterday on our walk out to China Ranch. Next, Navy SEAL Maxim. Yes, thank you, Diana. Yesterday was the only easy day. If you want to get from point A to point B, move along the journey, in your journey, along the path, act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Just do a little bit more, push yourself, try to be extraordinary. Just continue just to do a little bit more, not a lot more, a little bit more. If you have a little bit of progress every day, it will compound itself over time. Maybe so. Maxim, the last breadcrumb at 12 minutes and 12 seconds in. If you're still here, that means that God isn't through with you yet. Otherwise, why wouldn't he take you up to paradise with him, or everlasting joy with God forever and ever and ever? Why hasn't he done that yet? Because he's not through with you. That's one way to look at it. He's not through with you yet. He's not ready to do that. So with that, can we get and cut? And cut. Thank you, Diana. Wow, that was on the ball. And cut. And Charlene, and cut. Thank you. See you tomorrow, people. Boom. Good system.